Okay, guys, I know that you don't mind FOIL, that some of you aren't a big fan of it, some of you like it, but I know that you can do it. So I just need you to remember FOIL as you look at this next problem. It can be overwhelming because of all the radicals and such, but if you follow FOIL, you're going to be okay. So remember, first, outside, inside, last, and then also remember that anything inside a radical can be multiplied with something inside a radical, and anything outside a radical can be multiplied by something outside a radical. So let's go with our first terms. That's the 3 times the 3. They're both outside, so I can just go ahead and multiply that and get 9. Now our outies. Our outies are this 3 and this, don't forget to take the sign with it, negative 4 times the square root of 3. Okay, so a negative times a positive is going to be a negative, and we're going to have 3 times 4 times the square root of 3. So I just want to write it like that so you can see where I'm getting those numbers for the time being. You obviously aren't going to need to show this much work on your assignment. Now my innies. Okay, so square root of 3, which has a positive sign, times a 3, which has a positive sign. So a positive sign, 3 times the square root of 3. All right, so we're almost done. I'm trying to find a color that's going to look different. So then my lasts, okay, my square root of 3 times my 4 times the square root of 3. So this is positive, this is negative. My sign is going to be negative. 4 square root of 3 square root of 3. It doesn't matter what order you write them in. I'm always putting my outside of the square root numbers first because that is how it's going to wind up. So we have FOILed, all right? Now we just need to clean it up. So obviously 9 is going to stay as 9. I can multiply these numbers together to get negative 12 times the square root of 3. This only has one outside and one inside, so it's going to stay. This only has one outside, that stays, and I combine the inside to get the square root of 9. Now you're ready to simplify, and I know I'm ready to simplify when I either have one number outside and one number inside, or one of just one by itself. Okay, so the 9 is going to be a 9. Square root of 3 is not perfect. There's nothing that can be taken out of that, so that is simplified. Same with this square root of 3. Square root of 9 is a perfect square. So if we take the square root of 9, we get a 3. And if we multiply that to the 4, we get negative 12. And now we're ready to combine like terms like we did last week. So 9 minus 12 is negative 3. And negative 12 times the square root of 3 plus 3 times the square root of 3 is negative 9 times the square root of 3. All right, I'm going to give you the next one to try on your own and then check the video to see how you did.